Hey, my name is Andreas Weisen, and I promised to do a video recording in English. Some of you have been following me on the blog, especially from the United States, and have probably wondered what the heck I am up to. Well, my blog is simply a open diary where I tell a few stories and bring thoughts to mind and do things a little bit differently. As you might have noticed, I always have a photograph and then some music and then some blah, 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 and then cheery bye. And in that way, it has become a little bit of a do this and do that blog. I haven't had so much time to sit and do translations into both Swedish and English every time. And that is because it's summer here and people tend to be more extrovert during the summer. However, I have not been able to be the one that has been doing that. I have, on the other hand, had a lot of running to health instances and hospitals and also then once a month I've done some monthly shopping to not only save money but also to save time, and that has changed a little bit of the way that I'm living these days. My name is Andreas Weisen and I'm from Sweden. I have been living in South Africa before, and therefore my English, and I have a few other languages as well. The town that I'm living in is called Lovanger or Lövånger, and it's about 8 kilometers from the sea in one direction, 6 kilometers in another direction, and is about 30 miles from the biggest city, or city and city. They are called cities, but in comparison to the United States, it's just a small town. And about 45 to 50 miles in the opposite direction is also a city, more commonly known as a university city, but it has also been a military city before. I support a hockey team that you see here, Timrå, and they are from just north of Sundsvall in a town called Timrå. That became a contact, if one wants to put it that way, when I became together with my ex, and I have stuck with the team ever since, both in heart and mind and gaming soul, if one wants to put it that way. I am a gamer. I play games. I am also a photographer, freelance photographer, and you can check that out at Viason Photo on Instagram, and then of course YouTube, which is all this. Yeah, but I'm also 56 years old, and I am who I am. I'm not pretending to be somebody else that I am. And I believe that even if you don't look like the Prince of Persia the most handsome prince in Europe or the most handsome person in the United States or anywhere else in the world. You can still be who you are. You don't have to pretend to be somebody else. I have family. I have a sister as well. Sadly enough, I don't get to meet them very often. Maybe if I'm lucky, 8 times a year. And that's the way it has been for a great number of years. And the circumstances have just been that way, and there's nothing to do about it. I moved primarily to this town where I'm staying at now to get a bit of peace and quiet and a peace of mind, since I have been prone to stress-related issues, and it has led to the fact that my heart and other bodily functions have played up, and my stomach has blessed me with ulcers that thankfully have been quiet now for quite a while, but still, there are more fun things in life than being sick, if one says so. I have not been doing this kind of thing for very long, and as I'm sitting here, I'm trying to think at the same time, and that is why the video can seem to be a little bit choppy at best of times. I will edit out all the so-called silent spots, and it's soon time to make dinner as well. The time difference between Sweden and East Coast in the United States is between 6 and 7 hours, depending on season. And in the Brazil, it is they have double time shifts, so it goes in two steps. It goes from 2 hours difference to 3 hours difference, and then to 6 hours difference. And that has, of course, led to some pretty amusing things when I have had to rotate my hours and turned nights into day and days into night. And in summer here in Sweden, where I live, um, that is easy because the sun doesn't actually set. It just pops down to the horizon and then comes up again. To the horizon and then comes up again almost immediately. So it's just a little bit of a funny way of living. I'm also pretty isolated. I have to self-quarantine because I'm in the so-called risk zone, and likelihood that if I get COVID-19 or corona, I won't make it because of my heart and other factors.